Hey guys, it's Gary again. We have an action-packed, chock full of information podcast this weekend. We're going over adjustments in the contract, whether it's CCRA or state contract, how each contract deals with adjustments of taxes, utility bills, and things of the HOAs. We talk about ratification. When do we have a ratified contract? It's a little bit different each under contract. The legal concept's the same, but how you denote it and how you make evidence of that is going to be a little bit different. We're also going to talk about counting days. State contract, their days are completely different than business days under the CCRA contract, and a lot more. We're also going to have a section on how you handle releases. That's, I think, some issues with that. And then we're going to have Gary's good news only. So a lot of good stuff in there. As I've mentioned multiple times, please make sure you're listening to these podcasts. I know these aren't the best topics in the world in terms of interest and so forth. They're not the hot topics, but they're the most important topics, because you need to understand what's in the contract when somebody presents you a contract you've never seen, because you've got to be able to explain that to your client. That's level 101 competency. You've got to have competency and be able to explain these contracts. Secondly, people move from Greenville to Columbia to Spartanburg, all over the place, each different contract. And if you have somebody that's moving from Columbia to the upstate, they have their own memory of how they did due diligence when they bought their house versus how it's done in the upstate, and vice versa. And so when your consumer comes to you, they already have a belief of how due diligence is going to be handled. You need to be able to remind them and explain to them how different it is, because it's extremely different. The days are kind of different. The processes are different. So when your client moves from Columbia to the upstate and you're not explaining to them the differences in how the due diligence and repair is handled versus Columbia, or vice versa, your client's going to have different expectations and will not be satisfied with your representation. So make sure you watch this. All right. I hope everybody has a good week. This should be the last time we do this topic for CCRA and SCR differences. We got a great topic next week. I've already got it lined up with a good host, a good guest. So I'm sure y'all will enjoy that one as well. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.